Yo, what's good? It's your boy Jamal Douse, and you're now tuning into another episode of the Jamal Douse podcast. Today we got my man's Malcolm and my man's Greg. What's good, y'all? How y'all
All
doing?
right, all right, all right.
Chilling, bro.
How's y'all December going?
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
What y'all been up to? What's new?
Yo, just keeping the grind alive, man. Working out, getting his money. That's it, bro.
How about you,
same,
Greg?
same shit, man. Just working.
Now this is Greg's first time on the pod. How you feeling, man?
It's been 4 years in the making now.
Facts. Yo, me and Greg, we was supposed to been link up. It was always like schedules
Yeah.
conflicting and shit like that, and then niggas moved. Then I moved again. Now I'm back in New York, so it's all coming like how it's supposed. It's everything's coming together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was all over the place
Yeah, I was
at a
in
point in
Vegas,
time. Yeah.
Then I was in Atlanta. Then I was in Bronx.
Yeah.
That was in
Yeah.
Queens. And I was in Brooklyn. So,
Yeah.
I feel like a nomad and shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
So guys do, man. We travel, bro. Can't stay in one spot forever.
that's a fact.
We travel, bro.
That's a
That's it.
fact.
That's is what it is.
Right. So I got a question for y'all, right? I don't know if y'all been seeing what's going on the internet. I got my little notes. You know what I mean?
Talk to me. What happened? What's going on? What happened?
I don't know if you peep, Greg.
I might.
Okay, so you heard about that story on it was going viral. It was this woman, right? She wanted to break the record. She was we call her a corn star. I can't really say the word. We call her like a corn star, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She wanted to break the record of having sex with the most men in a day.
Oh, okay.
You picked the
I
story.
did.
You seen that too?
100 bodies.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this happened a couple months ago, right? And the story months ago was like, oh, she's wild and this and that because basically what she was doing, she was charging men, 100 men, money to fuck her, but the limit was 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So they had a five
What,
minute time limit.
what was her name? I think like Lily Phillips or some shit like that.
Lily
That was her name?
Phillips,
Yeah.
yeah. So she was charging them like a high rate for 5 minutes and shit like that. So back then, a couple months ago, everybody was like, oh, I got next or whatever. Like, the narrative,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
But now she did a documentary
Mhm.
and she was crying. Much later, she did a documentary. She was crying. And mind you, the person that did the documentary, he dropped one part. So that one part, everybody's been making think pieces. Like,
Yeah.
because she was crying. She was like, she don't remember like after the 10th guy or something like that. She don't
Yeah.
remember all the other 95, 90
Yeah.
guys she had
Yeah.
sex with.
Yeah.
And she started crying. So everybody in the was like, oh, men is this, men is that, and
Mhm.
blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
And they was dropping think pieces, right?
Mhm.
And then now, right, a couple of days later, they dropped the second part. She's saying that the most she slept with was 23, then 37, then 50, then 100. And now she's going for 1,000.
In a day.
Yeah, that's a new
Damn.
record.
Yo, it's where we are now, bro. It's where we at.
First of all, before I even get to all that, right? She said one part, there was one guy, right, that made her feel uncomfortable because he was like, he finished in like 2 minutes, and he was like, "Oh, I got 3 more minutes left," and she was trying to kick him out. And she was trying to kick him out, and he wanted his money's worth.
He wanted his money worth
Yeah,
for real.
and she felt like she got, dehumanized or whatever.
What number was he?
I don't even know.
Okay, because she's talking about dehumanized. She's been dehumanized
Yeah, I was like, what the
by
fuck?
guy number 6.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
it's clear.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, what are y'all thoughts on that? What do y'all I can go first? What's your thoughts? Let's talk about.
You about to go?
No. Not even. It's just, this is where we at right now, bro. This is where we at with this whole, girls could do whatever they want. Their body, their choice. So it's like, hoes gonna be hoes, bro. Right? So you can't blame them. But what my issue with that is, though, is that I've seen some people, they're blaming the guys for doing that. Like, for, having their way with her. But it's like, why are we blaming the guys? This is what she wanted to do.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, are women, or are they children? Do they have agency? Like, are they adults? Like, what? You can't be on one end, oh, I'm empowered, I can have sex with whoever I want to. And then on the other end, play like you the victim. Cause I seen the end of the documentary, like she started crying and whatnot. But I don't know if that was fake tears or whatnot, like with female tears. But anyway, I don't know if those tears were real, but she was crying. So that leads me to believe that, like, there's this quote that they said that chicks are sinless, because they have no moral agency. Meaning we don't hold them to no higher standard in society at all. Like they could be whores and like be looked at as like a good girl still, or they could be strong and empowered and still be taken serious. So like they don't have no incentive to be better. Whereas the guy, we have to be better at all times. Right? The burden of performances on us at 24/7. Or they'd be like, oh, girls would be better if guys were better. I know you guys heard that before, but it's like, hold on now. You told us to treat us like you told us to treat you guys like you're adults, right? So it's like, all right. At what point do we treat you guys like kids, or do we treat you guys like adults? Like it can't be both. It can't be. So like this whole like Lee Phillips thing. This is just where we at with this whole wholeflation. I don't know if you guys heard that. It's wholeflation at the end of the day, right? Because look at her. She don't even look like the girl who have like tattoos or eyelashes or that. She's like a regular normal girl. Like you would not even expect that from. Right. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even have no red flags about her, but like from first glance, right? You know they also say like shallow waters run deep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, this is where we at now. Even like the regular degular looking girl who might not necessarily have red flags about her, like the sleeve tattoos, the multicolored hair. You gotta watch out for even girls like her. And I'm not saying watch out as in like they dangerous or like stay away from them, but I'm talking about like, let's say like you out here dealing with a chick and I don't know, like you trying to get a relationship. Like, always just be mindful. Cause like you got girls like her, 100 a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she doesn't look like I said, she doesn't look like the rowdy type of girl. She's like a regular, normal chick, like no tattoos, no nose piercing, none of that. No, so it's just where we at where chicks could like sleep with whoever, however, like, they're strong and empowered by it. But as you can see, like, I know I'm ranting because like, this shit gets deep. Like, to be honest, like this shit gets deep. Right. This shit gets deep, right? But you see how she forgot at like guy number 10 and whatnot. Yeah. And like she blacked out. It's like, yo, they can't do it. Right. They like no funny shit. Like they really can't do what we do. Cause like if we fucking a lot of bitches and shit, we doing something right. If they fucking mad niggas, they doing something wrong. Like we're opposites in everything that we do. We're opposites. So it's like this is where we at, bro.
Don't they vagina be hurting like?
I don't know.
After like 2 rounds, they should be red. So I imagine 100 niggas in one day. I don't know, but that's crazy.
Hey, there's lube and all that, but the fact of the matter is like they just can't. They can't do it, bro. They can't because she's already ruined. And whoever like how old was she? She was like 23.
She was like 23, 24.
Yeah. So I know what's gonna suck is that she's gonna be. She might be.
Digital footprints.
That's right. So with that. Probably like 6-7 years down the line, she's gonna be like, okay, now I'm ready to get married now, right? And then dude gonna be like, hold on, but 6 years ago you just fucked 100 guys in one day. Oh, that was my past, so it doesn't matter. Nah, that shit, yeah, your past absolutely matter as a chick. It matters 100% because your image, whenever you deal with a chick, her image now ties to you. For sure, yeah. So now it's like if 100 guys had you. And you're the let's say you're the 101 guy to be like, oh, I'm gonna marry her. Come on, like all them 100 guys, I'm like, yo, like the fuck, my guy, like what are you doing? Right. So whereas with us, if we fuck 100 bitches and we get another chick and she's like our wife, nigga, ain't nothing. They gonna be like, you locked him down? That's what's up. Like you got him to settle down? That's what's up. Like so it's like it's not the.
It's an Eskimo family, not brothers. Eskimo family.
So it's not.
Right.
So it's not the same with us, but yeah, it's just where we at. It's like it's normal shit. There ain't no girls out here they fucking and whatnot. Like every chick, I know I'm ranting. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm ranting. I don't know, but like I said, this shit gets deep because it's like for her to fucking 100 guys in one day.
It's nuts.
That's nuts.
No
but,
pun intended.
So I take the different approach, right? Like to play devil's advocate to that. You got to look at the dudes, right? Because how desperate are you to know that? Yo, she's so desperate and she wants to set this record that you're going to participate just because you want to add one to the scoreboard. Yeah. Like, is it really that deep enough where you need to get in? And I'm pretty sure they have to pay. Yeah, right? They have to pay. And then you were saying about homie that, yo, he finished in 2 minutes and wanted, the 3 minutes for whatever. So you got to look at it like that. It's like, so she really caught 100 simps to really participate in the madness. right? And granted, you might say, "Oh, well, it was easy," but it's just like, at what point do you have some sort of like self-respect for your account, right? To your scoreboard.
And to
Like,
add on to what you're
yeah.
saying, they were waiting online.
That's the other thing.
You know?
So and
Naked at that.
so you on a sausage fest. So that's what I'm saying. Like you get to a point where it's just like you gotta. Granted, you said your piece about the chick, but like the other part is like the dudes. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, at what point is it like, yo, this ain't really worth it? Like I'm not telling you can't handle your business, but like, come on, like for that you might as well just go somewhere you know you could pay and you could pay by the hour and deal with your business if that's what you want to do. But like to sit there and wait online, like you at a register to check out, like this is what you like this is what this is what you're trying to do. So you gotta look at them and just be like, she really caught 100 simps and stuff like that. But listen, I can't blame her because listen, business is business. But they really got. So
Did they? I don't think they got. I think she got.
well, if she gonna hopefully she probably might expose the list and then she got because she got paid. She got paid, but then also too, you paid the money for that. You wait on line of a sausage fest just to add one body to the scoreboard. When it's just like, bro, you could have went and spent that money and deal with your business for at least an hour, where you know, as an hour, yo, she might make it worth it. But you online waiting on the sort like that really is like, yo, you really just sat there or stood there waiting. Like no homo, like yo, playing with yourself because you had to get ready or whatever. But then also too, like how many of them actually strapped up? That's the other part. Like yo, you really to a sausage fest to run a train on her, and did you strap on or not? Right. So you waiting there, like you were saying, waiting there on the line, butt ass nigga to go in there. Like she caught them. Right. You can't knock her. She caught them. So
I see both sides.
I feel you though, Greg, but it's like. Dudes are starving, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just playing the other devil's advocate. Yeah. But yo, she got them, but also too, like she really was wilding. So
I'm gonna give it a butt. Like if I ain't like the first second nigga, I'm off that line. I'm sorry, I'm going.
So you would.
I'm gonna go there. I'm just saying
like if you're in that situation.
I'm playing the other devil's advocate. Yeah, like, if I'm not the first second nigga, I'm out. Yeah, like I'm like what? I gotta go to the next game. Like you, wow.
Just about 100 people. I don't even know 50 people. Like that. I'm like, like cool with. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she got guy. I mean, you got the dude. Like I said, you got the dudes that were just so desperate. But it's like for that amount, I don't know how much she charged them, but I'm pretty sure for that amount, you could go somewhere local, get a chick and get a room for that paid by the hour, and go deal with your business.
She sell content. She in the midst of all that, while she was charging them, she was also making content for them.
Like to flip it. Yeah. So basically, she's a hustler.
That's what I'm saying. It is what it is.
So, but and now my point now, like all of you about to be exposed now because I'm pretty sure she ain't blocked out the face.
No, but her face or the guy's face.
No, the guy's face.
No, like because
who cares? Like who gives a fuck? Like just get a body. Like who cares? So they can probably find a wife at the end of this. At the end of it. Like more likely to find a long-term partner,
right? But see,
than her.
I think with women that think like that, like how they carry themselves, like they kind of block out the longevity of it. Like they don't think about the consequences. You know what I'm saying?
But this is where we at, like
right.
Yeah.
So they're looking at like kind of like what Greg was saying and what you were saying, right? But they look at it like this. Oh, cool, 100 niggas, boom, money in my pocket. Oh, cool, I can make more. OnlyFans, people like I'm embarrassing myself. I'm looked at a certain way, but fuck it. Let me go get my money while I look stupid.
Chill, do what you gotta do.
You know
I ain't knocking it.
Right.
Trust me.
But this is like not also from like the girl standpoint, but this is how like society kind of views things. Like we're trying to go viral and all that stuff. They rather look a certain way. They don't care about how their reputation looks like to the public eye. As long as they making money, they get the attention, they got the clout.
Yeah.
They're willing to look a certain way as long as it gets them paid or notice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But since I'm gonna add on to your points, like I got a question for y'all, right? Can you take a woman, not just saying 100 bodies though, but can you take a woman who has a lot of bodies serious? Now, when I mean serious, I mean like, hey, we're gonna be in a relationship. Hey, like I accept your past. Like, hey, we're good.
Nah.
We're hold on. Let me finish the sentence. We're good enough to marry, have kids, settle down. You ain't gotta be married. Some people don't believe in that. But just enough to take serious. Like, can a woman with
Can-
a hard body
Nah,
take
let me
serious?
get.
No, I want to ask him though.
Oh,
Like, how much buys is too much though?
It depends on okay.
Because okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, let's cap it like okay, late 20s, early 30s, right? Let's cap it. Let's put it like
All right, but hold on. Don't even.
oh okay.
I don't want to like trip you up. I don't want to trip you
all
up.
right, let me
Yeah, I don't even want to trip you
let me
up.
answer
No.
this first.
I don't want to trip you up.
So I thought about this the other day, right? Because you know, you get to a point you realize like, all right, you're at your age, and then what's out there, and then you like, all right. So I said, if you meet a girl, whatever, and you know she had a whole phase or whatever in college, right? She had her fun, and then after that, she dated 2 serious dudes before you, right? Could you be able to take it serious? And I thought, well, it obviously get to a point where she had her fun, and then she's, you know, got serious now. She then dated 2 dudes seriously before you, right? She was in a relationship with them for at least a year or whatever before you. So the answer is yes, because number one, she got the experience from a sexual standpoint. Because no matter what we say, like dealing with a virgin, that shit is annoying, right? Especially when if you got experience dealing with a virgin is not what you want to do, because you have to spend time to train them. Like it is either you got it or you don't. The difference if you can tell them, yo, I like this or like that, but if you get to the point where when you got to train, it's like, all right, this is a waste of time. And the second thing is she's gonna have what's called relationship experience, meaning that she know how to deal with certain guys because she didn't dealt with this before. So now it's a situation where she knows how to be able to deal with the fact that, yo, you this type of guy, because they into astrology, so you this type of guy with this sign, or you do this type of profession we work at, or you in this type of situation. She has that relationship experience now where it's just like, okay, she knows how to deal with you and deal with that. And so when you look at it, it's like, wait, why would I really sit there and like have a preference, or not preference, but have an objection to that? Because wait, I'm getting a 2-for-1 deal. Now, to your point now, it's more or less like, at what point do you stop worried about, you know, what her body count is? But also too, like if you see like, yo, she didn't have 2 serious relationships before she got to me, like, what the fuck does that matter anymore? Because at the end of the day, it's like you get to a point, unless you really met somebody in college or met somebody and they wasn't really doing anything and y'all went off and got married, you're gonna end up with somebody that like got a pass. So you might as well just, you know what, choose what you comfortable with, right? If you know there's a girl that's a hot girl, then and you know you can't deal with that, then yo, stay away from her. If you know, nobody knows about her, like you ain't no Eskimo bros with somebody she dealt whatever, and you feeling it, then go ahead and do what you gotta do. I mean, because at the end of the day, like what you gonna do, just not like end up like the dudes with Shorty in the 100 rooms, like 100 dudes in the room, but like online, like either you find something that you can tolerate, or you could deal with from a mental standpoint, or you just go be like one of them dudes. So I think you kind of really gotta understand. Listen, you gotta know what you can tolerate, but also you gotta just let certain shit go and just live your life. So
that's a great point. I agree with a lot of the things you said on this for sure. Okay.
nah, he gonna give the other side to this now.
My thing is, like Greg is right though. Like any chick, you have to come to terms with that. Like any chick you meet now, probably got like 15 plus bodies now. Like
You saying like minimum?
yeah, minimum.
Okay.
Because almost every chick had a whole face.
15 a lot? Like for you? Like in our age range.
Brother, that's why I say this shit get deep, brother. Like, because it's like there's studies that say that like the more bodies,
Parabonding?
yeah, but yeah, 'cause, like the more bodies she has, the less likely she is to like, I guess, pair bond for lack of a better term.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, she's gonna have experience, but her having all those bodies, I'm not trying to shame them. It is what it is. Do whatever, cool. Whatever. You just gotta understand, like you said, you just gotta understand like what's out there and move accordingly to like what's out there, right? So it's like, to me, how I see it is like, we're fishermen. Like, if you want to put in context of dating, we're the fishermen, and the chicks are the fish, right? What we want is when we catch a fish, is to have a fish to display that don't have like as much bite marks on it. So every bite mark a chick got is a body, right? So it's like if we fish and we get a fish that has like 20 bite marks, it's like, do you really want that shit? Or would you rather a fish would have like one bite mark, two bite mark? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I see it. Like
So instead of getting a mackerel, you want a salmon.
no. It could be the same salmon, whatever. But I'm talking about like
right.
the bite
Just
marks
the
on
bite
it.
mark. Okay.
Every body a chick got, you see it as like the bite mark on this shit, right? So like if a chick got like 20 bodies, like it's damn near the fucking bone. Like you know in the cartoons where it's like it's just the head, the bones, and then the tail. It's pretty much that, right? But this is like I said, this is just the dating market that we're in now, where it's like any chick, and let me not say any, because people could take it out of context about, oh, you talking about all chicks, da da da. Most
Some,
chicks,
but yeah, some or most.
most. Let's just go with most, because
Okay.
we got Instagram now. You think these bitches are sitting on their pussy just twiddling their thumbs? Are they fucking? All right, so most chicks, especially if they went to college, if they're young and they got IG and they go on social media, they got 15 plus minimum when you first meet them, minimum
Right.
off the gate. They fucking orgies, trains, all that shit. So it's like when you deal with a chick, I'm obviously not gonna ask her the body count, but or if you want to do it, be my guest, go ahead. But they're always gonna display some traits where it's like they got high body count. Like they can't like not be do whole shit. You know what I'm saying? It's ingrained in them, right? So to your point, like can you do it? I, listen, man, I don't know if I can. I mean, I'm gonna have to at some point. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is like with that also is like, yo, like I'm not even like I'm the type to like deal with a shorty and like ride it till the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I move. Like you want to, I'm never like I was never the one to like be out here and like searching for a relationship and shit like that. I was never that type.
Right.
You know, I was more the type like, yo, we fucking with each other. All right, cool. You know, fuck with each other till, because let's be honest, like most chicks, they're the ones who end relationships anyway because they move on quickly. Did that pair bonding shit again, right? With the high body count.
Right.
So it's like I'm up to the thing where it's like, yo, I ain't expect nothing from none of these chicks, right? So even like I said, even like my girl now, right? I tell her like, yo, like, how we even became boyfriend girlfriends, like I was never like, it was her saying, oh, we're gonna be da, da, da. It was never me being like, oh, be my girl, da, da. I never, whatever. But like even with her, it's like at some point she might even be like, yo, I'm off this. Like I had my fun in college. I'm trying to have that again. Cause like I said, like past actions is an indicator of future behavior. So if she had a whole phase in college, at some point she's gonna be craving that shit again. So it was like, all right.
I think I agree with you, and I agree with you.
I agree, Greg, too. Yeah, I agree.
I think it's a case by case thing. And when I mean by like case by case, like both like what you guys said, both of our perspectives matter. You know what I'm saying? Like the psychology of it when even for guys too, right? Because like so we have homeboys and bros that fuck mad women, like girls or whatever. And sometimes when the number gets too high, right? They'll probably be with a shorty, right? And be like, yo, bro, like that bitch bad, blah, blah, blah. Like if you give me a jam, you know what I mean? I'm on that. And then but they can still be happy with their girl and the girl will never know, right? But when it comes to women though, they need a reason, like to step out and do things. Even though, like you said, it could be in their nature because of the body count. So like sometimes you gotta look at the case like, oh, she got trains right now. I don't know. That's like a deal breaker for me. Like I don't know if I could marry a woman that got trains right now. But because her body count could be low. So she in one of them body counts she had a train right on. That could still like change her experience. It's all like a psychology thing. You know what I mean? But it's definitely case by case because there's some women who are reformed, like, but it depends on environment, depends on the commitment, depends on the discipline, and depends on how much they're willing to keep choosing their man over and over.
It's tough though, man. Me in the social media age.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why. Also, I forgot to make the point. It's like any girl you get now, it's probably like you said, it's gonna be either a hoe now, a reformed hoe,
right,
or a hoe in the making. It's one of those three.
And
they all sluts. All of them.
And what Greg,
all of them. They all sluts, bro.
And what Greg was saying too. Like I've spoken to a girl that had 3 bodies. I spoke to a girl that got 2 bodies, and the the difference was, boom, the girl with two bodies. She's like, oh, I want to get married. I'm not doing this X A B C
Mhm.
D E F G without ring,
Mhm.
or if you gotta take me to this, you gotta take me to Hamilton, all this stuff, right?
Mhm.
And then when you finally do something, it's like they're like, wow, like you open them into another world, and like you said, that could be like a thing where you're constantly doing so. You know what I mean? And you gotta ask yourself like, okay, is this the give or take that I want compared to what's out there?
Yeah.
Cool, right? If that's fine with you, you don't gotta worry about nobody else having your shorty, and you was willing to teach her like that experience, that world, then happily ever after, off to the yellow brick road, right? But the other side is, like some women can be mature after they be reformed of having a past and having fun, and you could look at. I feel like for me personally, they're not Eskimo brother, or they ain't doing nothing really crazy like trains ran on them, like fucking 2 or 3 niggas on one day or whatever the case is. That sounds crazy, but it's happened.
Yo,
Like there's girls that
so they got IG, bro. They fucking yes.
Right.
We all know who's out there. Yes.
And if you're not really putting yourself out there, like showing your ass and being all explicit and shit like that, like I don't know, like it's a case by case thing, to be honest. And you gotta show me that my chart too if you've been out here whole phasing.
Bro,
I can't take a bitch that and can't show me a my chart. I'm sorry. Like if you out here reformed hoe, constant hoe.
but is a reformed hoe not a hoe no more? Come on, like
Oh,
they all sluts, like all of them, bro. All you just gotta come to terms, like any girl you get, and it's not no hating shit. I just want to emphasize that, no hating shit. It's just the reality of the situation. They're all sluts.
I feel
brother.
like if you put
all
your
of them.
jersey in the Raptor, you just can't go to the 20th floor and pull it back.
That's why I'm. What you mean?
But all right, so let me ask this question, right?
Uh-huh.
So in order so you think a dude has to have a high body count?
A dude?
Yeah, like yo,
for it
Yes,
to
he
work?
does. In this day and age, yes, he
For it
does.
to work?
yeah.
Yes.
But then how do you get that? If every girl is supposed to have a low body count, how does homie get a high body count? Right? Somebody gotta
Yeah,
be
yeah. Somebody gotta take
matching
I feel
energy.
like-
Somebody gotta.
Right.
I feel like two people can't be on the hunt.
But
No, understand that,
Yeah.
but no. The thing I'm saying is, it's like if a dude he should be experienced,
Right.
Have because granted, you don't need to have a high body count as a dude to be experienced. You just need to have a girl that you
That you
rock
actually
with,
do it,
like
yeah.
yo, y'all kind of sort of like experiment and got to that point, right? And then once you've done that and you see like, oh, 1, 2, 3 girls, yo, you can do the same moves and you fine, then you good. But what I'm saying is that if the dude has to have high body count, right? Then it's kind of like, all right, well, some women have to have high as one as well to match it out.
That's nature.
Right.
Survival of the fittest.
So the point I'm saying, I think what happens is like everybody gonna go through a phase where they just want to have fun. But then you also gonna have the phase where you want to get serious and you just like, I'm tired of this because I just want to be taken seriously. Because that's both but that's both men and women, because there's some guys that feel like, I might, because there's some guys that don't have much families, so they want to go and have 7 kids, right? Because they might not have a big family. Or you have some women that's like, hey, right, at this point, I feel this peer pressure from my family. I want to be married and have kids, etc. Because I want them to stop bitching and complaining to me about this. So you're gonna have that point. So what I'm saying is like, if men have to have a high body count, some women have to match that energy, because at the end of the day, it's not like if you ain't out here fucking women, then you out here fucking men for your body count to be high as a guy. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, it has to even out. Like at some point, it got to even out. So I think the biggest thing is more or less like, yo, you just gotta tolerate, in a sense, like what you willing to manage, because I'm pretty sure there's women that you probably come across that like like she out here wilding, and yo, she want to deal with you. So how you deal with that, right? Or you be like, no,
you're gonna need experience to know how to deal with that.
and that's my point is like, yo, you're gonna end up having to either man up and just be like, you know what, let me go conquer this shit, because or whatever, or you're just gonna be like, nah, I can't deal with you because I ain't experienced. That's just what it is. You got those two choices, but at the end of the day, I mean, you just gotta be able to be comfortable with dealing with somebody and just not even worrying about their past, but also too, like, keep your situation private, because that's the biggest thing. Because granted, you could leave, because there's plenty of women that they had their fun in New York, they left New York, went somewhere else, and they met somebody and then when they got married, homie don't know, right? Or you got men that go somewhere and then they get married, women don't know. So you just got to be able to just tolerate the fact that, listen, man, she may look innocent, but yo, she know how to do this, and this. And you guys know, like, yeah, she got a pass, but you know what? I'm not even going to bitch and complain because, you know, whatever dudes that was before, they not enjoying this shit. You got to have a strong mindset and just be like, you know what? I'm not even going to ask. I'm not even care. I'm just going to be happy.
Would you guys rather know a woman's past?
Yes. I mean, I would know just so I can know which category to put it in.
Okay. What about you? Like,
if I'm taking it seriously?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if
Like,
you want to take it serious?
Yeah. Not like on some, like, okay, this is...
Nah, you have to pull out the whole facts. You have to.
Okay.
But you have to do it if she's the one asking you.
Right.
Because like you said, a lot of girls have a lot of experience, right? So they dealt with like athletes. I know regular girls who dealt with athletes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, how are you gotta compete somehow, right? So you have to do things that most guys would do. Most guys, when they get the pussy after some time, they're gonna ask the girl, "What are we?" Nah, like you gotta be on your shit. You gotta be on your P's and Q's, like, and make it to the point she's asking you, "What are we?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah. To your question, like, would I ask or what I want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah. If she's asking me for a relationship, like pull out the whole facts, or if it's a girl who has potential, then you could ask her, like, hey, like, you know, tell me, like, you know, how was it when you was in your 20s? How was dating, da da da, or like, you know, if she has tattoos, like, where that tattoo come from, da da, or how you got that tattoo, or you know what I'm saying?
She's branded by another nigga?
No, not like a tattoo, like another guy's name, but just a tattoo in general.
Yeah.
Like if she has a tattoo in general, you'd be like, how you got, like, what's the story behind that tattoo, you know? But like, yeah, always gotta pull out the whole facts just so you know which category to put in. Where it's like sex only category or relationship potential category.
Is that a deal breaker for you guys? Like, let's just say everything's going good with the girl you're talking to, and then she tell you shit that you know that kind of catch you off guard. Like, is that a deal breaker for y'all to not take it to the next level?
So to answer the first question, I wouldn't want to know because I already stayed low key, right? So if I deal with you or whatever, like that's just going to just remain low key and private. So I'd rather just not know because it's like, yo, if I do know, then it's just kind of like, all right, your mom will play tricks on you for you to be like, yo, does she know one of your homies? And also too, it just more or less like there's gonna be a part of you that feels like, yo, is she telling you everything that is? Because some people can tell you certain things just to get it out, but then there's always stuff that they don't want hitting. So for me, I'd rather not know, especially because it's like, yo, I don't want my mom playing tricks on me if I'm really like, yo, I like you, and nah, I don't want that. Right. To answer your question, is that a deal breaker? It depends on what it is, right? But I think in a sense, I mean, like, yo, if you don't put the shit out there and you handle it right, I don't think it would be. You just gotta be able to. It depends on what it is and how you be able to handle it afterwards. Because if it's a situation where it's like, yo, I was in college and I got a train run on me or whatever, but then after that, yo, she been in 3 serious relationships before you. All right, that's something like, all right, it's not that deep, but you got to be able to manage that shit properly. Meaning that, listen, like, you can't just be out here just like, yo, showing it off to the world in the sense like, yo, right? You got to be able to manage it correctly. Like, yo, if I do get serious or whatever, yo, make sure like, yo, you selective on how you put that out there to the world, because you open that door and it's just like, yo, bro, remember that girl from and then you're gonna be tight. So you got to be able to manage it correctly in terms of just being able to like, listen, I know, and I bet it's you know, it's cool or whatever. I know how to control the shit. But once you let that door in or open that door and you let things come in, it'll fuck with you mentally, but also too, now you got to deal with that to the point where it's just like, you know what, I'm not even happy with her no more. It's not even I'm not happy with her. I'm just not happy with this shit, and it was like, yeah, I'm off this.
They're all sluts, man. All right? Okay? All of them. You just gotta, like you say, gotta come to terms that they're all sluts. Any girl you deal with now, 2024, like I said, either current hoe, reformed hoe, or hoe in the making, bro. That's all you getting out here, okay? If you notice, if you notice, I should put it. Causation is not correlation, right? And I say that You notice the marriage rates are dropping. I think marriage rates dropped to like before. I think in the like 90s it was like 40% of households were married. Now it's less than 20. Now if you extrapolate that with the fact that everybody's just out here fucking. I can't even say everybody because there's also another article that said 1 in 3 guys over the age of 30 are still virgins or haven't had sex in a year, right?
Yeah.
But chicks are fucking. So who they fucking? You know what I'm saying? They fucking all the same guys. But the point I'm trying to make is that like marriage rates are dropping, and bitches, not say that chicks out here are fucking. It's like they're not getting taken serious. So like how I see it too, if a chick has a high body count, it's like, damn, like you gave a guy the best parts of you. 'Cause every guy wants sex from a chick. Like we're not dealing with no chick unless
Yeah.
we're getting sex, right? So it's like you gave a guy the best parts of you, and he didn't want you. Why should I want you? That's you know what I'm saying. That's how you kind of have to look at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
10 dudes, you gave 10 dudes the pussy, and 10 of those dudes didn't want you. Something's up with you, right?
And that comes down. I agree with what you were saying, and that comes down to like probably what Greg was saying too, because that will always be in the back of your mind, like why me, not them? Like what's the difference? You know what I mean?
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then that'll make you feel probably lesser than. Not saying like it doesn't take away from who you are, but it takes away from like the respect you thought she had for you compared to the other guys. You know what I mean? Because you had to go do more to get more, while they had to do less to get what you had to work for.
This brings me to another point now. So now let's say you're talking to a new chick. How long do you think you should get you know, the cheeks? Like how many dates should you take a chick on?
I say 3. You can't strike out. It's like baseball. You can't strike out. You go 3 and out at the plate,
Yeah.
and you don't go to first base.
Yeah.
How you supposed to get to second base? You run no more chances. You gotta look. That's how I look at it. It's a fire analogy. That's a fire.
Yeah, it is.
I just thought of it on the spot too. That was fire.
Nah, I was gonna say how many? I mean,
I think
it's
3.
it's the vibe really. I mean, because I mean, you get in the instance like first night or first date. I mean, in the sense where you could take something down, but it really depends on the vibe. But also too, I mean, you have instances because I seen a meme the other day. The girl was like, if we go on a date or whatever, and you fuck and I'm shaved, right? You didn't hit this, I hit that because I was planning on fucking you. You just had to just not mess up. Nah, she did say like if we went out
I hate when they
and
change the rules.
no, if we went out and you fuck and I wasn't shaved, I was hairy down there, right? Then you could tell the whole world that you hit this shit. Now she got a point because like there's a plenty of times like you talk yourself into something and it just happened, right? It just happened. But then there's some instances where just like yo, as she said, it was all shaved, it was all wax or whatever. Like I bet. But the thing about it, you just have to really play your cards right. So to me, it don't matter how many dates. It's more or less the vibe. And if like yo, you could really, like a piano hit or like a safe, you could hit the magic keys or locks, and it's open sesame. I mean, it just really depends on like the vibe with her and you basically not shooting yourself in the foot because that also too plays another part in it. So, but again, I mean, you just gotta play your cards right, to be honest. So.
Great points from both of you guys. I like that.
Next question, man.
I say three dates. 3 days, like 3 dates max.
Yeah,
That's
it's all about vibes and 3 days. So
But it's up to the guy to set the vibe.
I just
Even
think,
even oh, go ahead.
sorry. No, I just think time's important. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's time's important. Your time, her time.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't want to waste time if you know, like you said, it's all about vibes and energy. If you know the energy ain't right, you don't want to be a foodie guy, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I think you got to get the sex as quickly as possible. Because like I said, they got IG,
Because
so you're never the only guy at
you
the
can
time.
you can become an option to them, and you become the foodie guy. Like, cause like women, like you said, like the wax on, wax off. Women know what they want when they want it. So, like all of them dates you're doing, it's kind of like you
But
gotta see the light at the end of the tunnel.
but
Like
you
where you
still
going?
have to set the vibe though as a guy. Because how
Yeah.
many times like you had a girl come over and she sits at like she wants to come over and smash, but
Right.
when she comes she sits at the edge of the bed,
At the edge of
and
the
you
bed,
had
yeah,
to
yeah.
make her
Right.
come in, you know, like get what you gotta do, what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So it's always it's gonna be up to the guy. That's why I said 3 days.
I'm laughing because I don't know if it's the dude. I'm gonna tell. Hey, I'm gonna tell real quick. This is a forfeiture analogy, right? I don't know if I should tell a story though.
Yo, you ready? Have you ready?
We're already there. Fuck it. But like like just to get the edge of the bed analogy, right? Like you gotta set the vibe. Like I know somebody. This happened to them like a couple years ago, where he had brought a chick to the crib. She had the edge of the bed, and then the nigga he said he was laid there waiting for Shorty to come on the bed with him, and she never came on the bed with him. She just had on a jacket. And they was just, and he was like, he turned on the TV and it was talking whatever, and then she just went home instead of like joining him on the bed. And he was like figuring out like, yo, what the fuck, like what happened? Why she didn't join me? And like, oh nigga, like, oh, how the fuck did you just
Did he make a
Good.
move? Did he make a move?
Well, the first mistake, he didn't get a coat hanger to take her jacket off. I mean,
Right.
number one, I mean, so basically like she came in to leave. Like
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
happened. I mean,
He did everything right. Picked her up, took her out.
Nah, he did everything wrong.
nah.
He
Well,
did
the thing
everything wrong
about
there.
it
There you
is
go.
he didn't. To your point, he didn't say. I mean, if she came in your house and she sat on your bed with her jacket on, that means she got outside clothes on your bed. So that's already you already fucked up there. And two, that she didn't take her jacket off, bro. You already fucked up there.
Right.
And then also two is like, yo, you ain't have a couch or somewhere you could just like, she could sit like, again. He to your point, he didn't set the vibe, but I think it was more or less like, yo, he just really didn't, he didn't handle it correctly. So, but I mean, to your point, I think you gotta, I think it's one date max to know like where it's gonna go. I say two, depending on like, because sometimes you could get a bad reading, right? You could go out and okay, it's cool, but let's say for example, you go somewhere and a fight break out the spot, and y'all just break out because some shit happened, right? Yo, you probably gonna go out again because it's like, yo, at the spot it was a regular spot, and it just happened that somebody was at the spot drunk and they started fighting or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But you got to be able to use your instinct and, like you said, the fisherman vibes. If you know, like, yo, you not really feeling this, why would you make it to a third date if you know this really ain't gonna work? Like,
Right. That's
I
true.
mean, that doesn't make any sense. So,
The body count thing too, though. Like 10 fishermen want you. 10 fishermen caught you and threw you back into the sea. And I'm supposed to come and take you and be like, oh, this is my fish. Nah, I don't know. This is why Mad Drake's is dropping. I know I didn't mean to like go off a tangent, but it's like
no, you're fine. I mean,
fisherman shit.
listen,
I mean-
yeah, you just got to know what you can tolerate. That's the biggest thing.
That's true. Yeah,
Facts.
that's true.
I feel like everybody, we all, give or take, we all settle for something. Not in the sense where we
No,
like
we all-
settle isn't a bad word. But I'm
Yeah.
saying like you might be in love with a chick, she might have a kid. You might be in love with a chick and she might have a kid, or you might have a kid and you hoping that she takes in, you and your kid, or it might be like, she might have something going on with her family, like her family might not rock with you, but you rock with her. You know what I mean? So that's not a deal breaker, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So I think we all kind of have to give or take, especially as we get older. Like our bracket, like in that like late 20s, early 30s, most people have kids already, or they're going through a bad breakup and they're trying to heal, or they separated from marriage, or they might be single for a long time because the dating pool got pissed in it, and they're kind of like afraid to open up and love somebody because like of all of the dates and all of the doubts they might have. You know what I mean? So you got to deal with a lot of.
But why
things.
should you though? Like as a guy who you already have to come in and
Right.
do mad shit already to get the girl,
Right.
right? Why should you then have to deal with the trauma that she dealt with in the past? You wasn't there for that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
That's you shouldn't have to deal with that.
right.
She needs to come
Healed.
healed and ready to.
It's funny.
You healed?
It's funny. Not to cut you off. It's funny you said it because I was at dinner a couple of weeks ago, and it was at one of those places where you sit at the bar and they cook it in front of you. And it was three dudes to my left, and one in the middle was going through something like that. He was like in his like 23, and he was like, his girl right now, she dealt with guys that cheated, lied, whatever. So she constantly be asking him where he's at, and constantly think
I'm
he's
saying, look
doing
at this
something.
shit.
Constantly, like she's got PTSD from these guys. So I'm hearing him tell a story, and I said to the dude next to me, I was like, "Yo, how old is he?" He was like, "Oh, he's 23." So I was like, "Listen, this is what you got to do." I said, "You need to talk to her and let her know, like, listen, you can't be able to carry that burden from this other guys, and that she can't just be out here trying to sort of like bring this sort of energy to you because you seem like a decent dude, you like her, whatever, but you shouldn't have to deal with that." I said, "What you should need to tell her is that if she don't act right, then this is done with." But I said in the meantime, I said, you do need to go and travel more. I said, don't make that mistake that most of us did, right? Because at the end of the day, right, because social media and because of everything, we know how to be able to we learn from each other's mistakes. I said, I'm older than you. I didn't know that right when I was your age, right? Because at the end of the day, you just had to just like something that you just know how to deal with because happened to you. Ain't nobody know about that. Like, yo, why she tripping like this? It's more like, yo, I got the game, you can use it. So he was laughing. But the point was is like to into your point, it's she need to come correct to him in a sense like, you have trauma from your past. Why you bring that to the dude? But also too, like, don't sit there and keep just waiting, complaining. Like, go on a guy trip, go do something, go out, go live your life.
Yeah.
Don't sit there get hung up on one girl because you're
I'm saying, you're
23.
23.
Like,
there's
go
gonna be
go
multiple,
live your life. But
plenty.
the thing about he was a good dude. It's just the
Right.
fact that you could tell he didn't have an OG or at least a big brother to really
Like a
like
mentor?
put him on game.
Right.
And right, and this was
Yeah,
the
some niggas
instance.
super game goofy.
But this was
the
the instance where I'm like, God damn, am I getting that old now where I'm giving him game like fucking uncle, like a big
Yeah,
like
becoming
like the big homie like type, but
Yeah.
so it's funny you say that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my thing is like when you deal with girls, my thing is hire slow, fire fast. That's how you need to go about it. So
No,
it's real talk, like
Yeah.
real shit. Like,
yeah.
but you know what's crazy too? If you're the guy, if you as a guy willing to leave,
Mhm.
that'll make them stay. That'll make them stay, bro. She's backwards, bro. She's all backwards, man. Backwards. But that's just like I said, this shit gets deep.
Yeah.
Like,
What's the next topic, man?
Pause.
pause, yeah.
Pause.
Pause that. Pause that. Pause.
Um, we
Damn,
gonna,
we
let's dive. Let's go a little right with it. We went a little left.
What you mean?
Nah, not like that, but you know what I'm saying. Like we gonna dive a little off. Like, I have a question for y'all, right?
Mhm.
So we all went to high school together, right?
Mhm.
What would you say that like your high school self would be proud of, like if they saw you today? You know what I'm saying? What's one thing like, yo, if your high school version of you saw you today, like what would they be proud of? Like type shit.
Uh,
You good or you want me to go?
no.
I mean, well, it's
I
either
say my mindset,
mindset.
and my ambition,
Mhm.
and my physique.
And the waves. This nigga had waves since God knows how long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the time we had to competing and shit, me, Omar, and all that shit.
Stress got me, man. I just got waves around the side. I don't tell no more. But nah, to your point, I think the fact that like I kind of listened to my internal self, because I think if I would have listened to people, I wouldn't have made it thus far. But also too, it was just more or less like the fact that you listen to yourself, but also you figure shit out on your own.
Mhm.
That really done carry me far. So I think that was the biggest thing. Like my high school self would be proud of. It's like, yo, or I would tell my high school self like,
Yeah.
listen, like, yo, you know the path to how to get there.
Right.
You know, you'll figure shit out. It's gonna your life gonna be harder because you got to figure out shit on your own.
Yeah.
But it just more or less like at some point it will pay off to the point where it's just like, like your life can almost be on almost autopilot. So
Right. I like your answers.
What about you?
I would say just like my resilience. You know what I mean? You know, as we get older, sometimes like when you're younger, we all have like a bubble in our head, right? Sometimes we're like, yo, you 17, 18, you feel invincible, right? And that lasts
It's
for
those days.
a long time, right?
Yeah.
Like nothing. There's nothing. No one can tell you. There's nothing that no one can say. It don't even matter if they change 20, 30 years older than you and they trying to put you on game, even though it's the right game. You're looking like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And sometimes, for better or worse, it helps.
Mhm.
But sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you learn. Right? It depending on if you keep going or not. So I feel like for me, like I never lost that bubble in a sense. Like, I mean, I lost it, but I gained it back in a sense as an adult. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where I'm more smarter, I'm more like wiser with my choices. Like, I don't just like take supreme risks like I once did, but I never quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there was things that like I wanted to play basketball, I wanted to play overseas, I wanted to do things like that. But then like I kind of as I got older, like that bubble finally it snapped, it popped, right? And then you kind of look like, okay, what am I gonna do now? And then photography and everything else became like my second, third love and everything. And I wanted to do podcasting back then, like even back when I was in high school, like
Mhm.
before this was a whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I went to school for journalism. I wanted to be in the media. Like I wanted to be a radio analyst and shit like that. You know what I mean? And then I started doing something like what you call it? Like I don't know if you remember Hot Damn I Rock
Yeah, I remember him.
and the YouTube has like a manual and all that
Mhm,
stuff, like
mhm.
Spoken Reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they started doing like the booming stuff, like I had a couple high school friends that we all were like grew up with. I'm like, yo, let's do this. Like, you know what I mean? And I bought equipment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like I never had the blueprint. I just like had the vision, but I never had the blueprint. You know what I mean? So I could have easily gave up, but I kept trying and trying and trying. You learn, you fail, you learn, you fail. But at the end of the day, like I still stuck with it. So I think I could, if my high school version of me saw that, he would salute. So
You also think this low is fire too.
thank you. He probably like, nigga, where the basketball at? He was like, when the fuck did I start playing basketball? Like he probably like that version of me probably was like, what? I didn't make it. Blah blah blah. You know, he would probably like go like, no. Like we gonna make it somehow, some way. But
Yeah.
he would still be proud of like the resilience. So you know what I'm saying? That I still found another lane to merge both of them together. You know what I mean? So I was seeing like my resilience.
Okay.
I feel like we all like did a lot of great things since high school ended. You know what I mean? I still see people holding on to the glory days.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Posting all these throwbacks, like
You,
profile pictures, still 2008. I'm like, when y'all gonna update it?
it,
2024.
it sucks too because like you
know what I
could
mean?
see, not to talk shit, but you could see like who peaked in high school.
Yeah,
It's like damn, like
right. But so I'm just like, I'm happy that we all were able to become like people that achieve their goals and continue to achieve like newer goals as time goes on. You know what I mean? Because at
that's
the end
it.
of the day, you know, we came into a situation where the world was changing. You know what I mean? Constantly. Like shit. 2010, when I was looking for apartments in Atlanta, it was $500.
Sheesh.
We can't say that now, right?
Nah, I don't know.
I was 18, you know what I mean, like ready to go, you know what I mean, like move out. I'm not gonna, and it's funny because I moved to Atlanta back in 2022.
Mm.
The same area, the shit went up to 1,500, 1,700.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, look how much the world has changed since then. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we came in adapting constantly, and we're still adapting. We don't know what's gonna happen with the new term. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still here battling inflation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so for us to continuously be people that are making a way, like I'm proud of like y'all and just like the people like I call friends and family. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to
Think all sentimental and shit. Like,
say. You know, it's funny. I know we gonna see this, but if Teeth was here, I'm like, like, do you feel like you gained more teeth? I know you're gonna see this. This is gonna clip up, clip it. Do you feel like you gained more teeth since high school? You know, it's funny. Like, I'm a Clipper fan. I was with him. Damn, when I was last year when I did his birthday shoot. I'm like, bro, why don't you smile? Like, it's been 13 years, and he's still like smiling. Like, why you not smiling? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Clipper fan. You know what I mean? But like, I'm proud of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, same here.
I remember like all them crazy shit that was going on in high school.
Yeah.
Niggas was doing wedgies out of nowhere, and freshman Friday, niggas to get wedgies and shit. Nah.
From the staircase.
Oh man.
Man, next question.
He know.
Nah,
We all knew it went down in them staircases, bro. We all knew, but just teenagers being teenagers, I guess, right? It's good times.
It felt like the grassy in that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie sometimes.
It imitates life, man.
Just
Look at that shit.
everything was going on.
Look at that shit, bro. It imitates life, man.
Yeah, I just think it's like amazing to see. Like, we all still going strong. 2007, but what's one thing I want to focus on before the year is over? Like, what's one thing you feel like it could be like a habit, it could be like a goal. Like, what is one thing that I want to carry on to the new year? Yeah,
I
like
think consistency in things that I know I have to do, right? So I bought because I don't know now. I don't even like the gym no more, right? Because of the content creators. So I work out at home. No, like
Yeah, I feel you,
so I have a it's called a walking pad, right? You walk on the incline or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I do an hour every day, right? So I think for the most part, it's like I make sure I do that either 5 days a week, or if I don't, like I'm on my push-up bar, whatever. Because I think once I started doing that, and this is something that like you see like Alex now, right? He lost that, so it was more or less like you keep working out, you just feel so much better. Like you sore, but because we not balling, we not doing shit like what we used to. We're just like stay active. So I think things like that, making sure like you drink a certain amount of water a day. Not that you don't, it's just like the shit that you're supposed to do, just be consistent with it. Because your day's gonna get crazy, your day's gonna get slow, but it's just more or less like forcing yourself to do those little things to make sure you good. Because now at this point age now, like you hit your hand somewhere, you hurting. Right, you get out of bed, you hit a cracks, right? It's just to make sure, like, you just keep the shit you're supposed to do consistent. Because I think everything else, like, I'm good at. It's just more or less like keeping consistent with the shit that like, let me go ahead and drink this water. Let me go ahead and bust these push-ups out. Let me go ahead and walk on this shit for 60 minutes and bust a sweat before I go to bed. Let me make sure like my crib is always like clean until a point like every week, like just shit that you just because you get to that point where you be tired and then you gotta force yourself to do the shit. So that's the only thing.
So basically, staying on top of things that like your goals, staying on top of all your goals and your habits.
Yeah, I think not really goals, but just more the shit that you're supposed to do.
Priorities,
right? Like stuff like that.
Okay.
Because everything else like. Good, it's just the shit that like when even when I see like if you post you in the gym, I'm like let me go ahead and bust these
motivation
because it's like it's you because you just know like I'm lazy as shit, like I'm schooling, but let me go ahead and just do this shit real quick. That's the biggest thing. So like I said, like doing that is the best. So.
Yo, Greg said it all, man. He said it all, bro. Just being consistent, bro.
Right. I feel like wait, no, it's your turn. My fault.
Nah, like,
I mean, I could.
Greg pretty much said everything that I wanted to say, but I would say just like being consistent with your goals, and just staying consistent with new goals that you have, right? Because I have this new goal now. I want to listen to 25 audiobooks next year, and like it's like I want to do 25 because it was supposed to be 25 physical books, but I don't have time to like sit down and read.
Right.
So I'd rather just do the audiobooks because I'm always on the go. I'm always doing something. I'm always outside. I'm hardly home and shit. So just being consistent with that, the 25 audiobooks. And like I said, remember last pod, told you I was working on the side hustle. All right. Keep working on that because my goal for that is to hit 10K a month. So once I hit that, once I keep being consistent with that and hit that 10K a month, I'm straight. I mean, obviously I'm gonna like 10K a month is the goal. I'm not gonna stop at 10K a month. I'm gonna keep going, but that's the landmark I want to hit right now.
Right.
So to what Greg was saying, just being consistent with everything, and like being consistent with the gym and everything, getting to like 12% body fat, all that. So just That's pretty much it. The mission always stays the same. It's been the same.
Mission always stays the same.
It's been the same.
It's just the days change and the sort of strategy how to get there is changing. That's it.
But the mission
is still the same.
It's still the same, bro. Like my girl asks me like, she'd be like, oh, what are your goals, or you have any new goals? I'm like, yo, the goals are the same since the day you met me. It has not changed.
Because it's the repetition could get boring sometimes. So they, you want to like divert a little bit sometimes from the habits, but no, that's what makes everything great.
Yeah.
Staying on top of things because you're gradually building. It may not look like much at first, but then 3-6 months pass by, like damn, like you got super ocular, or damn, you lost a lot of weight, or damn, like he made this amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the repetition, it can look boring to the naked eye, which it is boring. It takes a lot of discipline. You know what I mean? But you don't switch that because once you switch that, the whole routine gets thrown off, and then you gotta go back to square one.
That's why I think the people who like do the hard shit, they get to. I think they deserve to do whatever they want. And I know, obviously, you could take that out of content and be like, oh, if somebody, people with money, they become cut with power. I get it, but I'm talking about in terms of like, let's say you're a dude who, fuck it, want to smash mad chicks, right? If you're a dude who make yourself attractive to the point where like you're now like in the top 10% of guys or 20% of guys in terms of attraction, and you don't want to settle down, and you got here by doing like the shit that 99% of people didn't want to do, you deserve to like to do smash matches or do whatever. Because like while people are just partying and drinking and loafing around not doing nothing, you in the gym or you trying to make more money or late nights, early mornings type shit. So it's like, that's what all spin level 1, man. To the victor goes all the spoils, bro. That's how I see it. So
That's good.
that's why the mission is never changes, right? The mission is always gonna be the same, bro.
That's a fact.
That's it, man.
For me, it's just like it's kind of like what y'all was going through, like to stay on top of things. So like this injury that I got, like it slowed things down for me in the sense where like I see life differently because I was always moving on. I was always on go. I was always on go. Like even now, I'm working 50, 60 hours a week, and then I take care of my parents, and then I'm working on my business, or I'm doing the photo shoots, and I'm in the studio and shit like that. You know what I mean? Then I find time to be social. So it's kind of like I've been trying to find a balance of all of it. But mainly though, I just trying to get back to the gym. Get my side hustles up, build my platform, like consistently. Because when I've been consistent, great things have happened. You know what I mean? And I don't want like another life detour to slow down the progress. Because that's what happened last year. That's what happened 3 years ago. That's what happened in 2015. But this time I'm a lot more wiser with like what I'm doing, so that doesn't happen anymore. That's why I took all the time this year to get it right. You know what I'm saying? So for me, 12% body fat is OD.
I'm at 13. I'm trying to get to 12. 13? Yeah. I'm trying to get to 12, bro.
Damn. I just want to get to a good 17, you know what I mean? Like good. I feel like I'll be good at 17, 16, you know what I'm saying? Like for example, right, I lost 30 last year, I lost 30 pounds last year. This year I had lost 15 before I got hurt. Yeah. And then, I kind of slowly gained it all back, because you're in the office. You know how it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
You're in the office, you can't work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're working all these hours, you're not getting no sleep. Weight tend to come back. So my goal is just to stay on top of things, lose the weight, build my platform, and just be present for the people that I love. You know what I mean? That's it. Simple. The dating stuff, it'll happen when it happens.
Yeah. Time is on your side, though. I was 32, 31.
I'm up there, yeah.
Time is
on saying the age out loud, but I'm 32.
Time is on your side.
I thought time was against me, but I realized like it's really not. But also too, like there is more fun to have at this point.
Yes.
Like there's more fun to
Yes.
have. So I
Yes.
think now we're just more or less like, all right, listen, man, like I'm just, you kind of just let shit happen how it's supposed to be, and you just kind of just make fun of what's to be. Because when you kind of it's a thing where you got to constantly adapt, right? You got to adapt to everything that's going on because you're not most likely gonna get married. You're most likely not gonna have kids. But that doesn't mean that you can't come close. That means you can't have your fun. That means you can't enjoy life, right? And so at the point, you just got to be able to just know how to just adapt, adjust to the environment that's going on. Because like you can't, like as a man, you got to find happiness somehow, right? Well, all the shit that you know you have to do, and you all the like you were saying before, all the way you got to find fun in somewhere somehow. You got to find shit that's gonna make you like, I don't feel so good now. I feel better than I did yesterday because I didn't do this.
Yeah, yeah.
So once you kind of like, realizing how to sort of pivot and adapt, and things will be fine. Like I said, I mean, you say time is of an essence, but also too, it's like time can also fuck with your mind to the point where it's just like you rush into things, you got to do something, and you make a big ass mistake, and you end up like in a sense like have kids with somebody you really shouldn't have kids with, or you get married to somebody that you shouldn't. Like, I'll give you an example. The dude that's from Colorado, Deion Sanders, Travis Hunter.
Oh, I seen
Like
that.
I seen a thing before I got here. He met his girl in a commercial, right, for Adidas. And I'm reading the comments on Twitter, and everybody was like, "Yo, bro, why you got her in the commercial, whatever?" But somebody brought up a good point, and I think this is something that need to be studied. Is like the psychology of like people where they aren't able to see the obvious. It's obvious that girl never really liked him. It's only until she found out who he was that he became her type.
Right.
The other thing, to his point,
Yep.
the other thing is more or less like, I'm pretty sure people have told him like, "Yo, bro, you need to chill. Like, you sit there, you gonna get engaged to this girl and get married to her, and you're gonna get into the league. You need to experience what life is. Like, you rushing into it." But he don't really seem like he. But somebody was saying he has low self-esteem to the point where, yo, bro, this is your first baddie, and you already like fall in love already. Like, bro, like. Chill out. You about to go to the league and make a bunch of money. I'm not saying the kid got to be a hoe, but it's just like, yo, just go to the league single because you're going to run into issues. You're on the road, you're in practice, etc. And there's plenty of women that's going to go and try to fuck you just because they're trying to show her that, yo, I got it like that. Just go to the league, be single, and focus on your career. Now, if it's meant to be, yeah, you and Shorty can get back together eventually, but you need to experience that fame that's about to hit you because, bro, all women about to think you cute, right? Everybody
The opportunistic, yeah.
right? And so it's just like, why would you go into a war situation like that where you got football, you got sponsors, you got family, and then you got your girl now, right, or your fiance or whatever, and you about to get to a point where it's just like, yo, you literally are about to be tested more than you ever had before. Go there single and just, you know what? It won't be so bad. Now you're about to be a target of every woman that just like, you know what? I want to show her I can fuck her man.
You know what's crazy too? As you said with experience, it's even harder to maintain a relationship than to just smash chicks and just having them in rotation. Cause with your girl, you gotta game your girl every single day. Like this shit don't stop.
Yeah.
Like you gotta like flirt with your girl. You gotta like make her feel wanted. You gotta make her want you. You gotta make her wet and shit. Like you gotta get in her mind. This is an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Every day, this shit don't stop.
Yeah.
Now I ask you, in that dynamic,
Mm-hmm.
who do you think I'm more experienced between what's his name?
Travis Hunter.
Jarvis Hunter.
Travis Hunter and
She
the-
do. She do.
Exactly.
She
right?
do.
So that goes back to the point where most chicks nowadays got high body counts, where they got more experience. And going back to the other point we were saying, the guy needs the experience too.
Yeah.
Right? He needs to be out here fucking bitches too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, so he could get experience on her level.
Right.
So it could be,
And to add to Gregory's point, in the interview, she said she didn't feel him.
Yeah.
She wasn't feeling him.
When she first
And
met
then
him.
she spun
that's
the
why
block.
like that. That's why
When
it's just fucked
When
up.
she found out who he was.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, I know Deion giving him game because Deion's
for
sons
sure. Yeah.
don't move like him. Deion's sons move accordingly. So, and I know Deion giving him game, but it's just more or less like, to my point, to study psychology of the complete obvious, bro, what are you doing? And even Dion was like, bro, I hope you get a prenup. And he just like, yeah, he was on, I think, the Pivot podcast telling them, I'm gonna get married next year when we get when I get to delete my contract, I'm gonna marry her. And I could just sit there and think about the story on Netflix or A&E, like the life and times of, not life and times, but the rise and fall of Travis Hunter. Because it's literally about to be a situation where he about to get married, right? When he signed his contract, you know she's going to force herself to go get pregnant by him because now the marriage and the kid already ensures that, for 21 years that she's going to be taken care for. And then let it be more kids and get to the point where it's like, you know what, I already don't love you no more. And then watch you get to a point where he signed his next deal, like not the rookie one, the extension, and watch what ended up happening, and it's just more or less like she never really loved him,
That's
right?
what happens,
But the thing about it is, it's more like he don't really understand. Like you need to go and just be single and just like love yourself, because it's like, dude, the fact that girl could really sit there and sit there on camera like he wasn't my type, and then eventually I warmed up to him, and now he was saying that he don't even take pictures with females unless she's around, like. So you mean to tell me if a girl's a Make-A-Wish girl and she's in a wheelchair and she wants to take a picture, your girl has to come? Like this is the insane mindset of a guy that he got no experience or he just got low self-esteem, and it's just like, bro, what are you doing?
And then to say you're gonna marry her as soon as you sign your NFL contract, not after the season's over, but as soon as he signs the NFL contract.
But see, this is what I was saying about when you saying low key and knowing how to handle things and not opening that door for shit to come in to fuck it up. Because now you just told a girl that's thirsty he gonna marry her once he signs his contract, right? You can't take pictures unless she's around, right? But also too, I know that's your first baddie. So imagine if, let's say, one of the girls from like Power, right, come up to him and want to do something to him. He gonna fall. Why? Because like he ain't used to that, right? Let's say Lotto think he cute. Or let's say, some dark skin guy came
like
up,
IG baddie, like an IG model,
any girl, like any sort of like ethnicity, skin tone,
like
whatever, right? Like they all like he can have
Burgos type shit, like
he can have a whole flood of women, different women, just come to the games. I want to see what's up with you. He gonna fall, right? Like it's just like, bro, like you think about like you got the women from. Like you said, you got the women that are influencers, the women that. What if the cheerleaders, right? He might see the cheerleaders like, damn, that's nice. Or he might see, as you see now, like these cougars, they go after dudes his age and just
dudes
more
who don't have experience because they have more sexual experience than he does.
And so now it's just like his psychological makeup is messed up because the dude. He don't really understand, and he going to get taken advantage of. But I just feel sorry for him.
With that NBA player, Jalen Green. Like, you don't watch basketball, but Jalen Green, with Drea, she literally watched the kid grow up.
Oh yeah, wasn't she like older, like much older than him? Like she's like 30,
almost
like 40, and he's like 20 something, right?
21.
Yeah, I seen that relationship.
She's the
23 or something like that.
Yeah, like she's the babysit him.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then she got a kid with the nigga now.
And then they want to be like, oh, guys be grooming. They want to be like, oh, when guys date younger girls, they're grooming the girl. Like, nah, like,
so
this is not natural.
Look at Larsa Pippen. Like, she grew up around Michael Jordan's kids.
And now she was dating. She's still dating his son.
No, they broke up. He moved on to another bag.
Good,
but he's another one that got low self-esteem because it's like, bro, like, if you see how Future did her. Why would you want to go after? Like, I can understand if he saw Future date Lori Harvey and he went after her. That's understandable because they're around the same age and Future looked like he actually liked Lori Harvey. But the fact that Future really just did Scotty ex-wife or the rumors of what he did to her, why would you want to go after that? Like, follow behind that? That's like, but again, it's that low self-esteem and you're not used to certain women.
And that's why Scotty been defaming Jordan. He was like, if I can't get Mike, I'm getting the son. Like, if I can't get the son, I'm about to defame Mike. Like, fuck it. Like, LeBron the GOAT. Like, he was always, he changed his opinion. Like, nigga got my son. Like, I mean, my ex-wife. So, but this what happens. PJ Washington, same thing with
Brittany Renner.
Like they get their first baddie, they seed it up, and then they in this contract.
that goes back to my point where you as a guy you need experience too. Cause girls coming out the gate with a lot of
or you gotta listen to your OGs or your big bros. Because,
yeah,
but the thing about it is, I know you're gonna say they don't want to listen. They don't. They don't.
No.
Because at that age,
because not even that. I know it was people our age that I was telling like, yo, bro, I think you should chill out, and they end up gonna kill with this person or whatever. So it's more or less like, why is it that people can't see the obvious? Like somebody need to like study Travis Hunter's like psychological makeup. And just because I seen people say it, but I want to see like someone who's a professional study him to determine like he got like low self-esteem or something's going on where he can't really see the obvious. Again, it's not to say you can't be with the girl. It's like, bro, chill out. You're about to experience life like you never experienced before, and you got Coach Sanders right there, like to guide you. And then also you got his sons that I know y'all all cool with. They I'm telling you, they must have given him the game, and he just sort of just ignored it.
So, like, Shador about to go number one. You know how many bitches probably on him, and he been curving it. You don't see him in no. His pops is telling him like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially about to go to New York. On top of that, like Travis Hunter, a top 5 pick, top 10. You know what I'm saying? Probably first rounder. Like I don't like football is a little different.
He might even go to Vegas, or because I think it's New York, the Giants, the Raiders in Vegas, and another team that's trash. But man, let's say Travis Hunter go to Vegas. Come on, bro. You in Vegas, right? You in a nice warm weather Sin City. Come on, man. Like, come on. Like, and then it's like you said, Shador. He come to New York. He in Jersey. All right, but then it's like he got to go to Miami once a year, right? He gonna want to have it, but also too. They mostly live in states where it's warm weather, right? They just have a little crib or whatever in the city they playing, but they live in. You mean to tell me you're gonna be in this city, you're gonna be good? Like, come on,
perfect
man.
example of what you just said. Tariq Hill, he got 5 kids this year, with 5 different baby moms. he moved to Miami. He played for the Dolphins.
And Wildin'. He was in Kansas City.
Wildin'.
He was in Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri, and he moved to Miami. And
he got 5 chicks pregnant in 1 year.
God bless. He's working,
and he has a long time. What he's engaged, and he's engaged.
Yeah,
and it goes quarter, right? Yo, man, if you ill, I'm like, it goes to break rules for the type of guy you are.
Anthony Edwards too. Like Anthony Edwards just had a baby on the side, and he just had a baby. His baby moms is Chief Keef baby moms. You know what I'm saying? Like the shorty that live with him is Chief Keef baby moms, and he had another baby on the side on top of.
Yeah, they really be, because I seen Brandon Ingram and Freddie Simmons got the same baby mom, and they was playing each other. And Brandon Ingram hit a game winner on him, and the dude was like, "Yeah, I knew that meant something." Right? who the better baby moms? Who the better baby father? That's what the dude was saying to him. Imagine that, like, yo, the dude just dropped the score on you, they had game winner, and your teammate coming up, yeah, you the better baby father. Like, bro, like, but they just recycle, like, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's like, I think, I think.
Look at Zion. Zion.
Oh yeah,
he did bad. You know, he did bad. Zion did bad.
Yeah, somebody
cuffed the dot.
With that porn star, he cuffed. I heard about that, right?
Well, he was fucking her.
Yeah.
The bitch ass bigger than this table. You know what I'm saying? And then he was dealing with. He just got another girl pregnant. That he's dealing with right now, and she was some treats from Brooklyn. Like you know Queens Flip and all that stuff. She was on Queens Flip reality show, getting beat up by another.
And he
ain't do his homework. But this is why the past matters sometimes.
Son, this is why the past matters. So when you type her name up on
YouTube,
this shit does matter.
She's getting as a mollywop. Like the first thing, if you type Zion Williams girlfriend, first thing that pop up. She's
I think some of that is the family and also the team, because we're the OGs to surely like direct him. Because it's like, yo, if you at that point and you making that money, why is it like somebody finding women that like for you? Meaning like, all right, yo, this is a girl, she work at here, or she this or whatever. Right. It's just more or less like, yo, go like, because I can even see like, all right, if let's say Zion went to go on a date like JT or Lotto or chick that's famous, but she's single, I got no problem with that because that's like Sierra and Russell, right? That's okay, a good dynamic in terms of she's an entertainer and he's an athlete. Okay, cool. Okay. But it's just more or less like, yo, you go date like women or you get them pregnant, more or less that's recycled. Like but that really screams like, yo, you either you don't have, you're not listening to the advice of your OGs or the dudes older than you, or you just don't like know how to deal with women that look pretty, right? Yeah. So they get got to the original point of like,
I think
a chick's superpower is a guy not understanding his. So
and sometimes when niggas that got money, in the stature, listen, I'm gonna give you an example. I just did SOBs last Thursday. I seen niggas walk in with their girls and they leave without a girl.
Leave. Wait, say that again?
They walk in with their girl and they leave without a girl. Like the
up
and coming artists that was performing, and then Jim Jones, like some nigga did like this. Security, open up the little chains. They go downstairs. They down there for like 1-2 hours. Niggas is standing out there watching the niggas perform, waiting for his girl to come back. She ain't come back yet. But I seen with my own eyes what was going down, and I was like, damn.
Yours is just your turn.
But I'm saying, like, to the point, right? If y'all acting up for that, imagine like someone like Jim Jones and shit like that come through.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Bro, it was multiple girls. Multiple girls. Like, I'm talking about like 3 girls went down, like different times though. Like, talking about the artists was preying, they was sniping, they was like, they were like, I'm talking about they got like the fancy chains on, designer, all the money, and they were just like looking in the crowd like for the baddies, because the bill was Jim Jones. He was supposed to come out perform with one of the artists, so like all the baddies pulled up and shit. Especially like they were chilling in the bar, but when Jim Jones performed, they all rushed to the front, and that's when everybody was getting scooped. I ain't gonna lie. They was praying, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But it goes to show like some artists perform and then nobody really pay attention, or some do. But then like when someone like Jim Jones come on, like everybody just rush to the front and like they just want to be there. You know what I mean? And to be honest, that nigga performed one song for 2 minutes and then he breezed. That's it. He performed one song. He danced in the background for another song, and then he went through the exit, grand opening, grand closing. That was it. Like the exit was right there. Like let's say this is where we at. The exit was right by that door. He breezed. Limo's already outside. His car was already outside. He breathed.
That's too high. I'm off this.
Yeah, he lip synced, one track, and then he danced in the back with his head down for another track, and then he was gone. That was it. But then but the thing is, right, as soon as that door opened, all the girls start rushing to that door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just a psychology of it all, and that's what Travis Hunter could have gotten. Like after all these games. Girls is gonna come to you because your stature, your status. Yeah. So you all here telling the girl you about to go fucking marry her, so contract.
At some point, the noose around his neck, willingly, he's like, "Yo, I'm."
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody was like, "Yeah, she got him trained good," but the thing is, it's not even about him being single so he can go be a hoe. It's just more or less like you gotta learn how to deal with that fame first.
Right.
That's true.
Let your rookie year you be single. And then by let's say your 3rd year, you get in a relationship because your rookie year, this shit is fun, right? Your 2nd year, I'm good at this. And your 3rd year, no man, let me get serious because I gotta think about my next contract, right? It's just more or less like, and he, like I said, he don't have to go and be a hoe. It just let that experience hit you first, and then you know what? I done been around all these women. I done been around all these people. Like I'm cool, I'm good, right? Where it's just more or less like. You about to get around all these people and you about to be married and it's just like, damn, can I even do this? Can I even do that? Can I like, and it's like you about to take your fun out of your life so early on because it's like, are you able to go to those parties because your wife ain't getting invited and you gonna say, I can't go if my wife is not going? but that's the point. And so now is a situation where it's like, bro, these industry parties or these gatherings, these things, they're inviting you, but you might like feel some type of way if your wife don't get invited. Now, or if they say, you know what, your wife can come, but then the other instance is like, all right, his wife goes, who's to say that like she don't get snatched up or she don't sort of like, in a sense catch out. But the point is, it's like, dude, just go to the league, be single your first, 2 years, and then when you get to that point right before you got the year before you got to sign your deal, then you're like, yo, sign your deal, then get in a relationship and just chill out because once you get that deal, now it's about all the other endorsements, especially if you balling out. It's about you gotta stay consistent.
Yeah.
And now it's like your body getting older, you gotta take care of your body now. So you might not be able to go and party and do that. You need to be able to be focused. So, but I think he really set himself up for failure in the sense of like he put in what he's gonna do out there. Where it's like, dude, man.
He showed his hand too.
Yeah, he showed his hand too quick, but also too, he really allowing her to sort of like dictate a
the rules,
lot of
like,
things in his life. Where it's just
They
like,
like-
bro, this girl did not want you like to begin with. It's only till she probably find out who you was. Now it's just like, all right, she's okay.
Yeah, she know
And
what
it's
it
like,
is.
dude, I honestly, I just wish him well. I hope he defy all odds and he good, but it's really
he's a
going.
great player,
Yeah.
possibly generational player.
Because
you know what I mean?
but he
feel
really
like
about
he-
to be in a situation where, like, bro, you got like a 1% chance of success with this, because everything lined up to be like, bro,
Come to
she
fail?
going to get you,
Yeah.
she going to get you, right? And not even that, she going to get you for the simple fact that you played your hand, and women will see that and be like, you know what? Let me go and try to get at him to see how really solid they are. And it'd be cool for the first time. Yeah, nah, I got a wife. Yeah, I'm the cool. But you're going to come across those women, especially those women you see in movies, those women you see on, if you want on Instagram, and the women you see wherever. And part of him is going to fold, and he going to get got.
He gave him the blueprint.
How-
He gave him the blueprint.
How old is he?
I think he's like 21, 22.
And the shorty, how old the
Probably the
shorty?
same-
Like, she's
same
light skin chick, right? That light.
Yeah.
She's not even that hot to begin with, too.
Hey,
That's my thing. Like,
sometimes everybody got different.
like you can't. Even, I wouldn't even call her a baddie. Like, she's a regular, basic.
But the thing about
Light
it
skin
is,
chick, what
I mean, if you look at him, no homo, he's not a dude that he can go ahead and pull women,
Well, yeah,
right?
like
But the thing about it is, he's just a good athlete. So, because if you think about it, it's more or less like if it really was like Deion Sanders' kids in the sense like, they got game from their pops and he was doing this for a while, right? He'll be like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I dated her, but we cool. But or he would keep it under the radar, But he don't seem like he doing so, and he really setting stuff up for failure.
So you telling me a dude with a lower body count dealing with a chick with a higher body count, he's getting taken advantage of?
Oh man, here we go.
I mean, listen, I don't know homie like that in terms of his business, but I just think he's psychological sort of like he don't got much self confidence because
for sure.
any person really like he literally have a good support system where he can't fail.
Yeah.
He cannot fail. Your coach, bro, ain't nobody. Well, besides MJ and probably a couple other people in the 90s, Deion Sanders was everything in football. Like he was
Generational
rapping,
time.
he was doing all that. The only person probably bigger than him was Mike and Mike Tyson and Tiger Woods, and then obviously MJ. But in terms of like football, nobody was bigger than him.
Okay.
Right? Nobody was bigger than him, and he was one of those guys.
Two
where-
sport athlete.
yeah, he was in football and baseball, so he could get any woman he got. Right? Then his sons he gave game to, they the same age as him. So you got two good friends that you could always hang out with, and you still like not really correlating what I'm pretty sure they telling you. Like you deserve to get what's got, but like I said, I hope good things happen to him, but really he put himself in a bad situation, man.
It's clip.
Like
I'm
I
sorry,
wish
it's
him well, but I just
He got a year to get it together though. He got a year. So
These are beat all the odds, man, based on these statistics that's out here.
I think the steam is heating up. Like, the pot, that kettle, like we're talking about it. That means people in his circle is talking about it as well. So like it's all up to him to do with that information. He got a year until he go into the NFL. So we'll see what happens between now and August or draft day. You know, what I'm saying? Like,
How long were they? How long were they dating before he was like, "I'm gonna marry her"?
it's not even that long. That's the crazy part.
bro, probably I would say probably before the summer, right before some like May, June-ish. Because what happened is he was at Jackson State and then I think Mississippi. Then he moved, then they transferred to Boulder, Colorado. So he was there and he must have met her somehow there. So, but they didn't really come on a scene together until like we saw that was his girl, but like it was like, all right, he just something to do. Right. Everybody was like, all right, he probably gonna dump her before he go to the draft or whatever. But the fact that he was on the Pivot podcast, they engaged, he planned to marry her, and then they just dropped the Adidas commercial with him and her in it.
Unheard of, by the way.
Yeah. Basically, he was in an Adidas commercial, right?
Yeah,
He signed with Adidas over Nike, and it seems like he must have made them like put her in the commercial as well.
His first commercial ever with the company.
So it was just more or less like I'm reading the comments and I'm like, like everybody saying she got his ass good. She got him trained good. Because everybody thought he would have signed with Nike or at least signed with somebody else. Like let's say he might sign with Under Armour like Steph did. They we can't pay you as much, but we give you equity in the company or whatever. Right? Because he's that good of a player. But nah, he signed with Adidas over Nike, which was surprising. And when you see her in the video, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Jumping on his back.
Damn. Damn, she run a strict program on homie, man. And
Listen, this is what happens when you just kind of you're not experienced and you let these things happen to you. But it's fucked up because it's like the game that I know he's getting is the game that we should have gotten at our ages, but we probably didn't get it because we grew up like right as social media was coming about, but also too, right? Most like all your homies and your friends were your age, and nobody your age was that experienced in the dating world. They can give you game. It was more or less like you gotta go listen
to for yourself.
But you either had to go listen to OGs that was telling you do this and that. Right. But it's like, yo, you like if we all grew up together and you had a kid, right, early on, that's going a lesson for me and him to be like, yo, bro, I could do what Malcolm did. I just gotta move a little more strategic because it's more or less like they done did shit and then they telling you. It's the difference when we seen it now like firsthand because we grew up together. Like he getting game from people that like that's his peers, the coach's sons, and then the fact that the coach himself. Like and then also you have the internet, bro. Like every dude done been through a situation and put it out on the internet and said it. Where you can't get the game from there, so it's just like, what are you doing? But like I said, I wish him well, man. But it's
I wish him well too. He fell for the
okie doke
for whole relations. But I better not see another guy get caught for no shit like that.
I run a strict program over here, man. What you mean?
I mean, if I got caught up, you wouldn't know. I just wouldn't tell nobody. I just keep on the raps. I'm done. like if I got caught, like I ain't gonna tell my business in that.
If I ever get caught up, I'm not saying nothing. The only thing I'm gonna see is a Burberry icon on the story.
I'm fucking. That's hilarious.
That's it.
That's hilarious.
I ain't showing no pictures.
Send me that invite. I my nigga. Okay.
That is go. If you ever see a Burberry pic on the story, that's it.
That's it. It's clip.
Yeah, like it's clip for me. Like, I felt like the way my life was, I would have had like 3 kids.
Bro,
that's another story.
I got stories for days on that, man. Nigga,
that's another story.
I'm not gonna like disclose out on the pod though. It's just. Whew.
This was a great talk, man. Greg,
sure.
we need you back. We need you back on the pod, man.
Let me know, man.
So I came from MTA. I fucking hate MTA, by the way. Like, fuck MTA, okay? And all their workers. I'm sorry, that kind of includes you too, bro. I gotta stand on my balls, man. All right? But I love you though. You my bro. You my nigga.
I don't fuck with MTA, but I ain't.
Like, fuck MTA. My fault, but like I hate MTA, bro.
No, I ain't gonna lie, cause I got stuck on the train. Like they shut down the shit when I was on the train.
L train?
I was on F train.
They was always on some bullshit, bro.
So and I was coming from the city. I went to go to like 18th Street, and I was delayed for like an hour, man. So I'm like, no, never again. This is why and I'm afraid to drive in the city. I'm not afraid to drive. I'm afraid to drive in the city because a lot of people that don't know how to fucking drive. So it's like night and day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, fun fact: I had my license without taking my road test. But then when I came back to New York, they made me trade in my license. But I didn't know I had a license. Some motherfuckers took my shit at the DMV. They're like, "Oh, do you know this was a license?" And I'm like, "What?" Yeah, I traded my license for my fucking permit.
Oh, how
actually,
did, brother?
when I was in Atlanta, they gave me my license by accident when I switched my permit.
Oh shit.
So the whole time I'm walking around with a fucking license, I couldn't have my car, could
Yeah,
have been
yeah,
driving.
yeah.
And then when I came to New York, the lady was like, "You sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure." Like I was like, "What the fuck?" She keep asking me. She was looking at me like,
Let's just take this serious.
"All right." And then she hit up her homeboy. He was in the back, and they was looking at me like,
Yeah.
And then they're like, "You don't want to keep this?" I'm like, "Nah, just give me my thing." They gave me a little temporary. Like, just so you know, that was a license. And I'm like, "What?" And I was so pissed. I took the fucking test. I paid like $80 and shit, the rain test over again. I'm like, I'm still mad to this day. Like, I had a license this whole time. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh. It's crazy because, during the pandemic, they were giving people license without taking a road test. South. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
You was giving people a license while you taking the road test.
Without taking a road test because of the whole pandemic. When
Okay,
the
yeah.
road closed and shit. That's how my man's got his license in Charlotte. Like, all he had to do was pass the written, and they gave him his license. He never took the road test.
It's dangerous.
He's a good driver though. I mean, his shorty told him.
Okay. All right.
But
That's what's up.
if you see a lot of accidents happen, just put that in the back of your mind. A lot of people in the South got their license without taking a road test.
God
So,
bless. Yeah.
But it was a thing though. Like in the South, like Charlotte, Tennessee, Atlanta, them type of places, like Brunswick, Florida, even parts of Florida, people's getting their license without taking a road test. So, yeah, I was mad as shit, bro. I was mad as shit. Now I gotta earn it the whole fashion way. That's my TED talk.
All right.
It is what it is, bro.
This was a great episode. I don't even know what number we at, but I appreciate everybody tuning into the Jamal Dow's podcast. Appreciate you guys coming on the show.
Thanks for having us, man.
We got to run it back whenever you guys are free.
Always.
And everybody remember that greatness is a decision. Yeah.